Some of the 2020 Democratic candidates are in Indianapolis today at the National Urban League Conference, like Senator Kamala Harris, who made a reference to President Trump earlier today. Take a listen.
Let's be clear. By taking these challenges on, we don't just move Black America forward. All of America moves forward. All of America will benefit. So let's be bold and build the America we believe in.
Vaughn Hillyard is at the conference where a lot of the focus has been on criminal justice reform. Vaughn, what are the 2020 candidates saying specifically about that today?
Yeah, afternoon. Kamala Harris was here earlier this morning, as well as Kirsten Gillibrand and Mayor Pete Buttigieg. You know, it's interesting, this week alone, not only did Kamala Harris come out with a plan to calling for the decriminalization of marijuana, but also Joe Biden came out with a comprehensive criminal justice reform plan. Of course, he's been under particular pressure, not only for his stance on busing and the desegregation of schools back in the 70s and 80s, but then over the last couple of weeks, he's been caught in the ire of particularly Cory Booker and Kamala Harris when it comes to his support in effort to pass the 1994 crime bill, which not only increased the number of crimes that were punishable by the death penalty, but also it created essentially the 3 strikes you're out. And now what this plan did from Joe Biden this week was put him more in line with where the other Democratic contenders are in this race. That is calling for the decriminalization of marijuana, calling for the abolishment of the death penalty, and calling for adjustments in minimum sentencing requirements.
Vaughn, what kind of a reception are they getting from voters at the conference, not only on this issue, but are there other things that they're saying are very important to them?
Yeah, I mean, essentially what you're having is a conversation not only about a Democratic primary process, but also about which candidate is best on to take on Donald Trump. Because if you look at just yesterday, the Department of Justice announcing on the death penalty that they would go forward with the death penalty for individuals in federal prison system on death row. Those Democratic candidates are all across the board against that. But you also have the likes of Russian interference in the election. Back in the 2016 election, a Russian internet company essentially built accounts in order to exploit the racial divisions within the United States during that 2016 election. And so what these Democratic contenders are saying is that we as a united front need to work to protect our election system and essentially put our best foot forward in order to take on Donald Trump. You talk to voters here on the ground, predominantly African-American voters, they say there isn't much more than a hair between policies when it comes to criminal justice, when it comes to issues of even education, or when it comes to health care between the Democrats. And they said, well, it's important to discuss those nuances, but at the same time, they need to have their eye on where that the key target is, and that is the Donald Trump presidency, as well as this Republican Congress. And that is what you continue to hear, is that focus and that return to attention of saying, hey, you know, we can have these conversations at that debate next week in Detroit, but we also need to focus on what is handling this current administration right now.
Vaughn Hillyard in Indianapolis, thank you so much.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.